So one final question here then, step families, or I guess you would call them step families.
One person has had a previous failed marriage or both.
Yeah. What type of advice, or how do you walk through them when they're dealing with, say, a child or children that go back and forth between parents? Sometimes there's bitterness between a divorce between two parents. I mean, all of this stuff is still toxic. And yet on the one hand, we've got to recognize that there was a failure here. And I don't think we can ignore the problem away, at least for the kids. They know. And that's part of the reason why we're seeing the marriage rates decrease as well, because they've seen some of the stuff that's happened and they're like, we don't want to have a part of this.
A lot of the couples who cohabit are children of divorce. They've seen their parents divorce, and so they're saying, let's test the relationship before we move into it. It seems reasonable, but you can't practice permanence.
Right. That's true.
As one of our marriage experts put it, you can't practice permanence. And so cohabitation is just the opposite of permanence. And it's time for the church to stand up for what it knows is right. I want to make a suggestion that we also try to help whole denominations take this step. Now, you mentioned that you've talked to
Southern Baptist.
some Southern Baptists. I have too, but I haven't attempted to try to sell them on the idea of doing this for all Southern Baptists. And when you think about it, it makes sense. The Southern Baptists, as an example, I mean, it's the largest Protestant denomination in the country.
Right.
They're losing members now. So they might be open to an idea on how to build and retain members who are walking out the door.
Yeah.
Divorce is one of the reasons people walk out.
Yeah. And it's also one of the reasons that children don't embrace faith.
And that's one of the reasons children don't embrace faith. That's correct. So it's very important that we help the Methodists, the Catholics, Baptists take these steps. And the fact is, we've done this, as I say, in 230 cities, but I'm 77. You know, how many more years are there?
Yeah. But you've other people that are training now.
But I think that we need to think about the possibility of trying to have these national denominations take responsibility for doing a better job.
It's a good idea.